In every race, there are always individuals who stand above their lesser brethren. Some are called alphas, some are kings, and others are elders. But they all share one common trait. They are the most powerful among their kind. Are you familiar with each of these beings? In the shadowy realm of the undead, where darkness reigns and whispers of eternal night echo through the ages, there exists a breed of vampire that stands above all others, the elder vampire. These ancient beings, steeped in the lore of centuries past, possess powers and abilities far beyond those of their lesser kin, casting a long and chilling shadow over the world of mortals. Unlike ordinary vampires, who are bound by the limitations of their cursed existence, elder vampires have transcended the boundaries of mortality, achieving a level of power and mastery that is unrivaled in the undead hierarchy. With age comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes power, and elder vampires have had centuries, perhaps even millennia, to hone their skills and perfect their craft. Physically, elder vampires are a sight to behold, their forms exuding an aura of unearthly grace and majesty. Their features are often more refined and aristocratic than those of their younger counterparts, reflecting the centuries of refinement that have shaped their immortal existence. Yet, beneath their veneer of sophistication lies a dark and primal hunger, a thirst for blood that can never be sated. But it is not just their appearance that sets elder vampires apart. It is also their mastery of the dark arts and their command over the forces of the night. Unlike ordinary vampires, whose powers are limited to superhuman strength, speed, and agility, elder vampires possess a vast array of supernatural abilities that defy comprehension. Among their most potent abilities is their control over the minds of mortals, which allows them to bend others to their will with but a single glance. Through the power of hypnosis and suggestion, elder vampires can compel their victims to do their bidding, turning them into unwitting thralls to serve their every whim. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of elder vampires is their ability to shapeshift and take on different forms. Unlike ordinary vampires, whose transformations are limited to that of a bat or wolf, elder vampires can assume the guise of any creature they desire, from a swirling cloud of mist to a towering demon of darkness. Yet, for all their power and mastery, elder vampires are not invincible. They are bound by the same weaknesses as their lesser kin, vulnerable to sunlight, silver, and holy symbols. In the end, elder vampires are more than just creatures of the night. Whether worshipped as gods or feared as demons, they are beings of unparalleled power and malevolence, their names whispered in terror by all who dare to speak of them. In the rich tapestry of Japanese folklore, the Tengu stand as enigmatic and powerful creatures, known for their cunning intellect and formidable abilities. Yet, within this realm of myth and legend, there exists a hierarchy among these mystical beings. The Dai Tengu, or Great Tengu, command respect and awe among all who dwell in the ethereal realms. Unlike their ordinary counterparts, they possess a strength and wisdom that borders on the divine, making them formidable adversaries and formidable allies alike. What sets the Dai Tengu apart from normal Tengu is not just their size, but also their unparalleled mastery of martial arts and sorcery. Legends speak of Dai Tengu wielding massive fans that can summon storms and whirlwinds, or casting spells that can ensnare even the mightiest of foes. Dai Tengu are much larger and more imposing than normal Tengu. They usually appear in a more human-like form, often resembling a man dressed in the robes of an ascetic monk, with a red face, an incredibly long and phallic nose, and large, feathered wings sprouting from their backs. Only rarely do they appear in the more primitive avian form of the lesser Tengu. Some myths say that the longer the nose, the more powerful the Tengu. In Japanese mythology, Tengu are often depicted as tricksters and guardians of the mountains. But the Dai Tengu take on a more fearsome role. They are the rulers of the Tengu clans, presiding over vast domains with an iron fist and an unyielding will. In some tales, they are depicted as wise and noble beings, dispensing justice and protecting the innocent from harm. In others, they are fearsome demons, wreaking havoc upon the mortal world with their malevolent schemes. But regardless of their alignment, one thing remains clear: the Dai Tengu are a force to be reckoned with in the world of Japanese mythology. And as long as the tales of gods and demons endure, so too shall the legend of the mighty Dai Tengu. In the realm of lycanthropy, the alpha werewolf stands as the apex predator, distinguished by its immense power and commanding presence. Originating from tales as old as time itself, the alpha werewolf transcends the boundaries of mere folklore, embodying the very essence of raw, primal strength. Legend has it that an alpha werewolf is not just a creature of the night. It is the most dangerous breed among its kind. Its canine form, notably larger than its kin, exudes an aura of dominance, marked by fiery red eyes that pierce through the darkness. Rarely, an alpha can transform into a colossal wolf, its appearance both fearsome and brutish, a sight to strike terror into the hearts of mortals. To ascend to the rank of alpha, a werewolf must achieve the seemingly impossible: slay another alpha or amass the loyalty of fellow lycanthropes to form a new pack. However, there exists a rarer breed known as the true alphas, individuals who rise to power solely through their strength of character and force of will, a testament to their unparalleled resolve. The bite of an alpha carries unparalleled significance, capable of transforming a human into a beta werewolf with a mere touch. Yet, this transformative power comes with great risk. Those whose bodies reject the bite face a fate worse than death itself. Physically, alpha werewolves dwarf their brethren in size and stature, their forms towering over the landscape like titans of the night. With bright red eyes that pierce the darkness, they command attention and instill fear in all who behold them. But it is not merely their imposing presence that sets alpha werewolves apart. It is their unparalleled strength and agility that truly define them. Possessing limitless physical prowess, alpha werewolves can bend steel, crush concrete, and level entire cities with a single blow. Their strength knows no bounds, growing with age and intensity, making them formidable adversaries even to the oldest of vampires and supernatural beings. In addition to their raw power, alpha werewolves exhibit godlike speed and agility, moving with such swiftness and grace that they appear as blurs to mortal eyes. They can outrun any foe, scale sheer surfaces with ease, and perform acrobatic feats that defy the laws of physics. Their senses are similarly heightened, allowing them to perceive the world with unparalleled clarity. In battle, they are unstoppable forces of nature, wielding their powers with precision and ferocity. If you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can unsubscribe later. The Thunderbirds, a powerful race of mythical birds in indigenous North American mythology, is often considered the supreme ruler of the skies. It is said to possess feathers shimmering like lightning and eyes that glow with a fierce, otherworldly intensity. This mythical being is often associated with storms, its wing beats generating thunderclaps and its eyes flashing lightning. It is believed to live atop towering mountains or within storm clouds, overseeing the natural world and ensuring balance by punishing those who act with malice or greed. One intriguing fact is that while other legendary birds like the ziz from Jewish folklore, the minakawa of Philippine mythology, or the phoenix are often singular beings, the thunderbird is depicted as part of a broader race of similar powerful birds. However, in many cultures, thunderbirds are seen as divine intermediaries or even as avatars of the creator. The thunderbird's abilities are extraordinary, cementing its status as a symbol of strength and power. Its control over storms and lightning signifies its divine connection to nature's raw forces. Some myths depict the thunderbird as a protector, guarding humanity against serpentine monsters or punishing those who disrupt harmony. This dual role, as both a fierce enforcer and a benevolent guardian, makes it an alpha figure among mythical birds. Unlike singular creatures like the moon-eating minakawa or the immortal phoenix, the thunderbird embodies collective power and a direct connection to the elements, securing its place as the ultimate avian legend. In the enchanting realms of folklore and mythology, where magic dances on the winds and legends weave tales of wonder, there exists a hierarchy among fairies, one that distinguishes the mighty fairy king and queen from their more diminutive kin. These majestic beings, often revered as the monarchs of the fairy world, possess powers and stature far surpassing those of ordinary fairies. At the heart of their distinction lies their regal presence and authority. While normal fairies flit about with delicate grace, the fairy king and queen command attention with their grandeur and majesty. In many myths, they are depicted as towering figures, towering above their subjects with an air of nobility and power. Some tales even speak of fairy monarchs who rival humans in size, standing tall and proud amidst the lush landscapes of their enchanted realms. But it is not just their size that sets fairy kings and queens apart, it is also their extraordinary powers. In myth and legend, these monarchs are often endowed with magical abilities beyond the grasp of ordinary fairies. They wield the forces of nature with ease, shaping the world around them with a wave of their hand or a whisper of incantation. Their words carry weight, their decrees shaping the fate of kingdoms and the course of history. In the end, the legend of the fairy king and queen endures as a testament to the enduring allure of fairy folklore. In the enchanted realms of Korean mythology, amidst the mist-shrouded forests and ancient mountains, dwell creatures of extraordinary power and mischief, the dokebi. These legendary beings, also known as Korean goblins, are revered as nature deities possessing abilities that transcend the ordinary. Unlike their more malevolent cousins, the goblins, dokebi are not mere agents of chaos. They are complex beings with 1,000 faces, capable of both trickery and benevolence. With their extraordinary powers, they interact with humans in ways that are both playful and profound. Legends abound with tales of dokebi assuming various forms and guises, appearing to mortals as wise sages, mischievous tricksters, or fearsome warriors. They move through the mortal realm with an air of mystery and magic. But it is not just their appearance that sets them apart. It is their remarkable abilities that truly distinguish them from ordinary goblins. Dokebi possess powers beyond the comprehension of mortals, abilities to control the elements, manipulate time and space, and even peer into the depths of the human soul. In some stories, dokebi are playful spirits, delighting in pranks and tricks played on unsuspecting humans. They may steal household items, cause mischief in the village square, or lead travelers astray in the forest. Yet, despite their mischievous nature, dokebi are not inherently malevolent. Their tricks often carry a deeper meaning or lesson for those willing to learn. But there is another side to the dokebi, the side of benevolence and aid. In times of need, they may come to the aid of humans, offering guidance, protection, or even granting wishes to those deemed worthy. Their actions may seem capricious and unpredictable, but beneath their enigmatic exterior lies a profound wisdom and compassion. In the vast tapestry of Korean folklore, the dokebi stand as symbols of the enduring power of myth and the mysteries of the natural world. Their stories remind us of the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of respecting the forces that govern the world around us. High elves, also known as the elder or noble elves, are often portrayed as the epitome of elvenkind, possessing qualities that set them apart from their kin. While elves are typically depicted as graceful and agile creatures with a deep connection to nature, high elves elevate these traits to new heights. Their beauty is renowned, their features almost otherworldly in their perfection, and their demeanor is regal and aloof, befitting their elevated status. But it is not merely their physical attributes that distinguish high elves from their brethren. It is their mastery of magic that truly sets them apart. Unlike elves, whose affinity for magic is innate but often limited, high elves are born with an inherent understanding of the arcane arts. From a young age, they are trained in the ways of magic, honing their skills until they become formidable wielders of mystical power. In many mythologies, high elves are depicted as the custodians of ancient knowledge and guardians of sacred sites. They are often portrayed as wise and enigmatic beings, with insights into the mysteries of the universe that far surpass those of mortals. Their cities are marvels of architecture and enchantment, hidden away from the prying eyes of lesser races, and their knowledge of the natural world is unparalleled. In terms of power, high elves are often portrayed as formidable warriors and spellcasters, capable of wielding both sword and sorcery with equal skill. Their mastery of magic allows them to manipulate the elements, conjure powerful illusions, and even commune with the spirits of nature. In battle, they are graceful and deadly, their movements like poetry in motion as they unleash devastating spells and martial prowess upon their foes. But perhaps the greatest strength of the high elves lies in their unity and sense of purpose. Unlike their more solitary brethren, high elves often band together in great societies, forming alliances and alliances that span the ages. Their cities are bastions of light and magic, shining beacons of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. In the mystical realms of Arabian mythology, where the sands whisper ancient secrets and the winds carry tales of wonder, one class of jinn reigns supreme: the Marid. These powerful beings stand apart from their ordinary counterparts, wielding a vast array of fantastical powers that make them the most formidable of all jinn. Unlike common jinn, Marids are rare, and for good reason. Their immense power poses a threat even to beings as mighty as Iblis, the devil himself. It is said that Iblis took precautions in employing Marids, reserving them for tasks that required extreme and efficient means. In some myths, legend has it that God sealed the Marids within bronze urns or jars, etching his ineffable name upon them, condemning them to darkness for eternity. Despite their imprisonment, Marids are not forgotten in the annals of myth. They are mentioned in pre-Islamic Arabian lore and prominently featured in tales such as The Fisherman and the Jinni from the 1001 Nights. Though their power is unparalleled, Marids can still be controlled by those who possess their prison, like any jinn. However, they are notoriously difficult to sway to their master's side, requiring great skill and strength of will. In the ancient world, one figure was said to have mastered the control of Marids effortlessly: King Solomon. His legendary wisdom and divine favor granted him dominion over these mighty beings, a testament to his unparalleled power and authority. In the tapestry of ancient mythology, amidst the shadows and whispers of legend, there exists a creature of singular power and allure: the Dracaena. Set apart from the ordinary Lamia by its formidable strength and majestic presence, the Dracaena reigns as a figure of both fascination and fear. Legend tells of the Dracaena as the pinnacle of the Lamia lineage, boasting unmatched power and prowess. Among the illustrious examples from Greek mythology stands Echidna, a fearsome figure whose name strikes terror into the hearts of mortals and gods alike. Renowned as the mother of all monsters, Echidna embodies the essence of the Dracaena, a creature of unrivaled might and cunning. Yet, despite its name evoking images of serpentine dread, the Dracaena often takes on a form that belies its monstrous nature. While the word Dracaena may stem from the ancient Greek for dragon or serpent, these beings often exhibit features reminiscent of human women. The Dracaena manifests with the head and torso of a woman, blending the allure of beauty with the terror of the unknown. In the annals of mythology, the Dracaena is more than just a creature of brute strength. It is a symbol of primal power and feminine mystique. Its presence commands respect and awe, its very existence a testament to the boundless depths of the human imagination. But beware, for the Dracaena is not to be trifled with lightly. With its cunning intellect and potent abilities, it wields a power that transcends mortal comprehension. So, let us tread carefully as we journey into the realm of the Dracaena, for within its shadowed embrace lie secrets untold and mysteries unsolved. And as we gaze into its eyes, let us remember the words of the ancients, whispered on the winds of time. Beware the Dracaena, for she is both beauty and beast, both siren and serpent, a creature of legend and lore, forever haunting the dreams of mortals. In the rich tapestry of Japanese mythology, where legends of gods and demons intertwine, one entity stands out among the formidable Oni, the Kijin. These beings, often shrouded in mystery and awe, possess a power that transcends that of their lesser kin. What sets Kijin apart from ordinary Oni is not just their strength, but also their nature. These creatures are not merely agents of chaos. They are embodiments of both divine and demonic forces. Known as Kishin in some tales, they straddle the line between godhood and demonhood, embodying the duality of existence itself. In Shinto and Buddhist traditions, Kijin are revered as fierce deities, worshipped for their might and feared for their wrath. Among them are various types, such as the Yasha and Asura, each with their own unique attributes and powers. Some are worshipped as benevolent gods, bestowing blessings upon their followers and protecting them from harm. Others are dreaded as wrathful demons, unleashing destruction and chaos upon those who dare to cross their path. Legend has it that Kijin are born from the darkest depths of the underworld, their origins steeped in primordial chaos. As manifestations of primal forces, they wield powers beyond mortal comprehension, capable of shaping the very fabric of reality itself. In some myths, they are depicted as tragic figures, tormented by their own inner demons and yearning for redemption. Others are portrayed as noble warriors, standing against the forces of darkness with unwavering resolve. But whether worshipped as gods or feared as demons, one thing remains clear: Kijin are a force to be reckoned with in the world of Japanese mythology. Their presence looms large over the landscape, casting a shadow of both awe and dread upon all who encounter them. Cyclopes, the alpha of one-eyed beings in Greek mythology, are towering, powerful creatures known for their singular, central eye. In early myths, they are often described as primordial beings with immense strength and crude intelligence. Their appearance is both imposing and fearsome, typically depicted with muscular physiques, rugged features, and a large, round eye dominating their foreheads. Cyclopes are said to dwell in isolated caves or on desolate islands, living solitary lives as shepherds or craftsmen. Notably, some Cyclopes, like Polyphemus from Homer's Odyssey, are portrayed as savage and brutish, while others, like the forgers of Zeus's thunderbolts, are brilliant artisans, showcasing their dual roles in mythology as both destructive forces and creators of divine weaponry. Other one-eyed beings include the Arimaspians, a race of one-eyed humans from Greek legends. Unlike the Cyclopes, Arimaspians were said to inhabit the far north and were in constant conflict with griffins over gold. While Cyclopes are often depicted as colossal and superhuman, Arimaspians were mortal warriors who relied on their cunning to survive. Cyclopes, however, stand out for their extraordinary abilities, such as immense strength, near invulnerability, and their skills in crafting. The divine Cyclopes, Brontes, Steropes, and Argesh, created not only Zeus's thunderbolts but also Poseidon's trident and Hades' helm of invisibility, underscoring their unparalleled craftsmanship. In the shadowy realms of fantasy and folklore, the figure of the Lich casts a chilling and ominous presence. Yet, even among these undead abominations, there exists a being of unparalleled darkness and power, the Arch Lich. To understand the distinction between a normal Lich and its more formidable counterpart, one must delve into the depths of myth and legend. At its core, a Lich is a sorcerer or wizard who has achieved immortality through the dark arts, typically by means of a forbidden ritual known as the Rite of Lichdom. By binding their soul to a phylactery, an object of great magical power, the Lich gains eternal life at the cost of their humanity, transforming into a twisted and malevolent undead creature. While a typical Lich may have command over a few undead minions, the Arch Lich can raise entire armies of the undead with but a word, bending them to its will with terrifying ease. These legions of the damned serve as the foot soldiers in the Arch Lich's dark crusade, spreading death and despair wherever they tread. But it is not just their command over the undead that sets Arch Liches apart. It is also their mastery of the dark arts and their insatiable thirst for power. Unlike lesser Liches, which may be content to lurk in the shadows and scheme from afar, the Arch Lich seeks to dominate all who oppose it, crushing any who dare to challenge its authority with ruthless efficiency. In terms of sheer magical prowess, the Arch Lich is virtually unmatched among undead beings. Its spells are potent and terrible, capable of rending flesh from bone and tearing the very fabric of reality asunder. With but a gesture, it can summon storms of darkness, raise the dead from their graves, and curse entire kingdoms with eternal night. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of the Arch Lich is its immortality. Unlike mortal creatures, which are bound by the laws of life and death, the Arch Lich is a being of eternal darkness, its soul forever bound to its undead form. The Hecatonchires, also known as the Hundred-Handed Ones, are titanic figures in Greek mythology, considered the alphas of Greek giants for their immense power and terrifying appearance. Born from the primordial deities Uranus, Sky, and Gaia Earth, these monstrous siblings, Briareus, Cottus, and Gyges, are described as having 50 heads and 100 hands, with a form that is both awe-inspiring and grotesque. Their sheer size and multi-limbed bodies symbolize raw, untamed power. The Hecatonchires were said to dwell in Tartarus, the deepest part of the underworld, where they were imprisoned by their father Uranus out of fear of their might. Later, Zeus released them to aid in the battle against the Titans, rewarding them with freedom. The Hecatonchires possessed unparalleled strength and destructive capabilities. Their greatest skill was their ability to hurl massive boulders with their 100 hands, creating an overwhelming barrage that even the mighty Titans could not withstand. In the Titanomachy, the war between the Olympians and the Titans, the Hecatonchires played a crucial role by raining stones upon the Titans, turning the tide in favor of Zeus and his allies. Their stamina and endurance were equally legendary, making them virtually unstoppable forces in battle. These traits solidified their reputation as some of the most powerful beings in Greek mythological lore. The Frost Giants, known as Jotnar in Norse mythology, are a powerful race often associated with chaos and nature's untamed forces. The Frost Giants are distinct from other giants in Norse lore, as they hail from the primordial icy realm of Niflheim and are said to be the oldest and mightiest of their kind. Towering and fearsome, Frost Giants are depicted as colossal beings with icy blue or pale white skin, resembling glaciers or frost-covered mountains. Their eyes are said to shimmer like frozen stars, and their hair often resembles icicles or swirling snow. They inhabit remote, harsh environments such as Jotunheim, a wild and rugged land of icy peaks and perpetual cold. Though fearsome, they are also deeply tied to nature and the cycle of creation and destruction in Norse cosmology. Their size and raw power make them nearly invincible in battle, but they are not just brute warriors. They possess ancient wisdom, cunning, and sometimes even magical skills rivaling the gods themselves. Many Frost Giants are known for their duels with gods like Thor, often testing the strength of divine figures. An interesting fact about the Frost Giants is their role in the Norse creation myth. Ymir, the primordial frost giant, was the progenitor of all giants and a key figure in the birth of the cosmos. When Odin and his brothers slew Ymir, they used his body to create the world. His flesh became the earth, his blood the seas, and his bones the mountains. This act symbolizes the complex relationship between the gods and giants. Though often depicted as adversaries, they are essential to one another, reflecting a balance between order and chaos. Frost Giants embody the raw, unyielding power of nature, reminding mortals and gods alike of the limits of control over the world. In the realms of East Asian mythology, where tales of spirits and celestial beings abound, there exists a creature of unparalleled power and majesty, the Tenku, set apart from the ordinary kitsune by its celestial nature and divine essence. The Tenku stands as a symbol of cosmic harmony and mystical prowess. Legend tells of the Tenku as the ultimate evolution of the kitsune, surpassing even the formidable Kyuubi or nine-tailed fox in strength and stature. However, attaining the status of Tenku is no easy feat for kitsunes. Every 100 years, a catastrophe occurs. It is believed that if a fox can go through it smoothly, it will grow a new tail. The number of nine-tailed foxes is small because many foxes unfortunately interrupted their practice of self-cultivation or died during the 3-5-tail period. When the fox reaches 1,000 years of age, it undergoes a profound transformation, casting off its earthly form to become a radiant being of golden light, the sky fox or celestial fox, formally gaining the heavenly court's canonization and obtaining the immortal rank. In the annals of East Asian folklore, the Tenku is revered as a divine beast, embodying the celestial forces of nature and the mysteries of the heavens. With its golden fur shimmering like stardust and its 9 majestic tails trailing behind it like celestial banners, the Tenku commands awe and reverence wherever it goes. But it is not just its celestial beauty that sets the Tenku apart. It is also its extraordinary powers. Said to possess the wisdom of the ages and the ability to manipulate the very fabric of reality, the Tenku is a force to be reckoned with in the cosmic hierarchy. Its presence heralds great fortune and prosperity, while its wrath can bring about cataclysmic upheaval. Yet, despite its godlike status, the Tenku remains a figure of mystery and intrigue, its true nature veiled in the mists of legend. Some tales speak of the Tenku as a benevolent guardian, watching over the mortal realm with compassion and grace. Others depict it as a capricious trickster, luring unwary travelers into its ethereal realm with promises of wealth and power. In the celestial hierarchy of divine beings, the seraphim stand as radiant beacons of purity and power, transcending the ranks of their angelic brethren with their awe-inspiring presence and boundless grace. Renowned for their proximity to the divine and their unwavering commitment to righteousness, the seraphim embody the highest ideals of heavenly perfection. At first glance, the seraphim may appear similar to their more common angelic counterparts, sharing many of the same ethereal qualities and divine attributes. They possess luminous wings that blaze with the fire of celestial glory, their forms suffused with an otherworldly radiance that illuminates even the darkest corners of creation. However, it is in their nature and purpose that the seraphim truly distinguish themselves from ordinary angels. While most angels serve as messengers or guardians, tasked with carrying out the will of the divine, the seraphim occupy a higher plane of existence, standing in the very presence of the divine and serving as its closest attendants. In many mythologies, the seraphim are described as the burning ones, their fiery visages symbolizing the intensity of their divine fervor and the purity of their devotion. They are often depicted as beings of pure light, their celestial radiance capable of banishing darkness and dispelling evil with but a word. But it is not just their appearance that sets the seraphim apart. It is also their immense power and authority within the celestial hierarchy. Unlike ordinary angels, whose powers may be limited in scope and scale, the seraphim possess a level of divine authority that borders on the omnipotent. They can command the elements, shape reality itself, and even challenge the very forces of creation with but a thought. One of the most striking differences between seraphim and ordinary angels lies in their role as guardians of the divine throne. In many mythologies, the seraphim are described as encircling the throne of God, their wings outstretched in worship and adoration. They serve as the first line of defense against any who would dare to threaten the sanctity of the divine realm, their celestial might unmatched by any mortal or immortal force. But perhaps the most awe-inspiring aspect of the seraphim is their unwavering commitment to righteousness and justice. Unlike ordinary angels, whose actions may be subject to the whims of mortal beings, the seraphim are bound by a higher law, a law that transcends the petty concerns of mortal existence and reflects the divine will itself. The seraphim remain a symbol of divine power and purity, their presence serving as a beacon of hope and inspiration to all who behold them. Whether worshipped as gods or revered as celestial guardians, they are beings of unparalleled majesty and grace, their names spoken in reverent whispers by all who seek the light of the divine. In Hindu mythology, Asuras are a race of powerful, ambitious beings often portrayed as the rivals of the Devas, gods. While the term Asura initially had neutral or even positive connotations in early Vedic texts, where deities like Varuna were called Asuras, they later came to symbolize forces of desire, ego, and chaos. Asuras are not inherently evil. They are driven by intense ambition, pride, and a relentless pursuit of power, which often brings them into conflict with the Devas. Their appearances vary greatly depending on the individual Asura. Some are described as magnificent and beautiful, while others are fearsome with monstrous features like sharp fangs, flaming eyes, or colossal frames. They are said to inhabit realms such as Padala, a subterranean world depicted as both opulent and mysterious, filled with treasures and hidden wisdom. The powers and abilities of the Asuras are extraordinary, making them formidable opponents even to the gods. Many Asuras are masterful warriors and wielders of sorcery, capable of shape-shifting, summoning celestial weapons, and commanding elemental forces. Through rigorous penance, they often receive boons from deities like Brahma or Shiva, granting them near invincibility or unparalleled strength. Notable examples include Hiranyakashipu, who became immune to death by most conventional means, and Ravana, whose mastery of the Vedas and celestial weaponry made him one of the most feared beings in mythology. Despite their immense power, their downfall often stems from their unchecked desires and hubris, which lead them to defy Dharma, cosmic order. One fascinating aspect of Asuras is their complexity. They embody qualities found in humans, both strengths and flaws, making them morally ambiguous rather than outright evil. Sea serpents are formidable creatures in various mythologies, often depicted as giant, serpentine creatures dwelling in oceans, seas, or other bodies of water. Their appearance varies, but they are typically described as having long, snake-like bodies, with scales that glisten like those of real serpents. Some myths suggest they possess multiple heads, massive tails, or even wings, making them more fearsome. Sea serpents are often portrayed as lurking beneath the waves or coiling around the sea's depths. Their size and power able to invoke awe and terror. In some traditions, they are said to live in deep, unreachable parts of the ocean or in mysterious underwater cities. A few notable examples of sea serpents in mythology include the Bakunawa from Filipino folklore and the Leviathan from Judeo-Christian tradition. The Bakunawa is said to be a dragon-like creature that causes eclipses by swallowing the moon, while the Leviathan, often depicted as a monstrous sea creature, appears in the Bible as a symbol of chaos and a mighty adversary for God's power. Both serpents symbolize the untamable and dangerous nature of the oceans, embodying primal forces that humans cannot control. Some legends suggest they can influence the weather, control tides, or even bring about destruction on land. The feats of these creatures often involve battles with gods or heroes, showcasing their dominance in mythic landscapes. In the intricate tapestry of demonic hierarchy, the demon lord stands as a formidable figure, commanding legions of infernal minions and wielding unrivaled power over the realms of darkness. Unlike ordinary demons, which may serve various malevolent purposes and carry out the bidding of higher-ranking entities, the demon lord occupies a position of supreme authority and influence, reigning as sovereign over vast domains of hellish torment. The distinction between a demon lord and a typical demon lies not only in their station within the infernal hierarchy, but also in their inherent power and dominion. While ordinary demons may possess varying degrees of strength and influence, the demon lord is characterized by an unparalleled mastery of dark magic and demonic forces, capable of reshaping reality itself to suit their twisted desires. In many mythologies and occult traditions, the ascent to the rank of demon lord is fraught with peril and treachery, requiring the aspiring demon to overcome countless trials and challenges to claim their rightful place at the pinnacle of demonic power. Some legends speak of fallen angels or ancient spirits who, through acts of rebellion or dark pact-making, ascend to become demon lords, forsaking their former selves in pursuit of ultimate dominion. One of the defining attributes of a demon lord is their ability to command legions of lesser demons, bending them to their will and marshaling their collective strength to wage war against the forces of light and righteousness. Through sheer force of will and the dark allure of their promises, demon lords gather followers and minions to swell their ranks, creating vast armies of darkness to carry out their infernal schemes. But perhaps the most fearsome aspect of the demon lord lies in their mastery of demonic magic and sorcery. Unlike lesser demons, whose powers may be limited in scope or application, the demon lord possesses a deep understanding of infernal lore and arcane rituals, allowing them to wield dark energies with devastating effect. They can summon infernal creatures, cast curses upon their enemies, and even open portals to other realms, unleashing untold horrors upon the world. Yet, for all their power and malevolence, demon lords are not invincible. They are often portrayed as beings driven by insatiable ambition and boundless greed, their thirst for power leading them to pursue ever greater acts of depravity and cruelty. In many mythologies, demon lords are ultimately doomed to fall from grace, their reign of terror coming to an end at the hands of righteous heroes or divine intervention. In the annals of mythology and folklore, the figure of the demon lord looms large as a symbol of primal evil and unchecked ambition. Whether feared as a harbinger of destruction or revered as a dark deity, the demon lord remains an enduring archetype of malevolent power and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. In the vast expanse of mythology, dragons reign supreme as symbols of power, wisdom, and majesty. Among these legendary creatures, one stands apart: the celestial dragon, a divine being of unparalleled might and significance. To understand the celestial dragon, we must first distinguish it from its earthly kin. Unlike ancient dragons like Tiamat or Nidhogg, which are often associated with earthly domains and primal forces, the celestial dragon transcends such earthly boundaries. It is not confined to the physical realm but guards the heavenly dwellings of the gods, embodying the celestial forces that govern the cosmos. Legend holds that the celestial dragon's origins lie in the humble carp, a creature that swims in the rivers and streams of the mortal world. According to myth, as these carp brave the treacherous currents and obstacles of the river, only a select few possess the courage and determination to leap over the final waterfall. It is said that those carp who succeed in this daring feat are transformed into magnificent dragons, ascending to the heavens to become guardians of divine realms. Ancient Chinese cosmogonists classified dragons into 4 distinct types, each with its own domain and purpose. The celestial dragon, known as Tianlong, guards the heavenly abodes of the gods, a symbol of divine protection and authority. Meanwhile, the dragon of hidden treasure, or Fuzanglong, safeguards precious treasures hidden beneath the earth's surface, a guardian of ancient secrets and wealth. On the earthly plane, the earth dragon, or Dilong, reigns supreme, controlling the waterways and subterranean realms with unyielding power. Finally, the spiritual dragon, known as Shenlong, commands the forces of nature, regulating rain and winds to nurture the land and its inhabitants. The celestial dragon embodies the highest aspirations of the dragonkind, reaching beyond the mortal realm to touch the very heavens themselves. Its presence evokes awe and reverence, a testament to the enduring power and mystique of these legendary creatures. In the vast tapestry of dragon lore, few creatures inspire as much awe and reverence as the ancient dragons, beings of primordial power and unfathomable wisdom that predate even the gods themselves. Unlike their more common kin, which may roam the skies or hoard treasure in remote mountain lairs, ancient dragons occupy a unique place in the pantheon of mythological beings, embodying the very essence of cosmic majesty and primordial chaos. Legend has it that ancient dragons emerged from the mists of creation, born from the elemental forces that shaped the cosmos in its infancy. They are beings of immense size and strength, their forms wreathed in scales as hard as stone and eyes that gleam with the wisdom of ages past. These creatures are not merely guardians of treasure or marauders of the skies. They are living embodiments of the natural order, their presence shaping the very fabric of reality itself. One of the defining characteristics of ancient dragons is their connection to the forces of creation and destruction. In many mythologies, they are depicted as the progenitors of life and the architects of worlds, shaping continents and oceans with the mere flick of their mighty tails. Yet, for all their power and majesty, ancient dragons are also agents of chaos and upheaval, their presence heralding cataclysmic events and world-shattering conflicts. One of the most famous examples of an ancient dragon is Nidhogg, the legendary serpent that gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree of Norse mythology. According to legend, Nidhogg is said to survive even the cataclysmic events of Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, emerging from the ashes of the old world to usher in a new era of chaos and destruction. Such is the power and influence of ancient dragons that even the mightiest of gods, including Odin and Thor, are said to pale in comparison. But Nidhogg is far from the only ancient dragon to feature prominently in myth and legend. Across cultures and civilizations, tales abound of dragons that slumber beneath the earth or soar through the heavens, their names whispered in reverent tones by those who dare to speak of their existence. Some are said to possess the ability to shapeshift into human form, while others are revered as divine beings worthy of worship and sacrifice. In the annals of mythology and folklore, ancient dragons stand as symbols of primal power and elemental chaos, their presence shaping the destiny of worlds and the course of history itself. Whether feared as agents of destruction or revered as harbingers of renewal, these magnificent creatures remain an enduring testament to the enduring power of myth and the boundless imagination of humankind. In the vast tapestry of myth and legend, heroes stand as beacons of courage, strength, and resilience, embodying the very essence of human potential and the triumph of the human spirit. Set apart from ordinary mortals by their extraordinary deeds and unwavering resolve, heroes are the champions of humanity, the ones who dare to defy fate and forge their own destinies amidst the chaos of the world. At first glance, heroes may appear no different from their fellow humans, possessing no supernatural powers or divine lineage to set them apart. Yet, it is precisely their ordinariness that makes their feats all the more extraordinary. For heroes are not born of privilege or fortune. They are forged in the crucible of adversity, their mettle tested and tempered by the trials of life. Unlike gods or titans, whose power stems from their divine heritage, heroes draw strength from within, tapping into reservoirs of courage and determination that lie dormant within every human heart. They are the embodiment of the human potential, the living proof that even the weakest among us can rise to greatness through sheer force of will. But what truly sets heroes apart is not their physical prowess or martial skill, but their unwavering commitment to a higher ideal. Whether driven by a sense of duty, honor, or justice, heroes are guided by a moral compass that transcends the petty concerns of mortal existence, inspiring all who behold them to aspire to something greater than themselves. In the annals of mythology and folklore, heroes are often portrayed as the last line of defense against the forces of darkness and chaos, the ones who stand between civilization and oblivion. From the valiant knights of medieval Europe to the legendary warriors of ancient Greece, heroes have always been the ones to answer the call to arms when all hope seems lost. Yet, for all their strength and valor, heroes are not immune to doubt or fear. They are human, after all, with all the flaws and vulnerabilities that entails. And it is precisely their ability to overcome these weaknesses that makes their triumphs all the more inspiring. In the end, heroes are more than just characters in a story. They are symbols of hope and resilience, reminders of the power of the human spirit to overcome even the greatest of obstacles. Whether facing down a fearsome dragon or standing up to tyranny and oppression, heroes remind us that, with courage and determination, anything is possible. In the vast realm of Greek mythology, where gods and goddesses reign supreme over the cosmos, there exists a divine hierarchy that traces its roots back to the dawn of creation, the primordial deities. These ancient beings, the first generation of gods and goddesses, embody the very essence of the universe itself, representing the fundamental forces and physical foundations of existence. Unlike the more familiar gods and goddesses of Olympus, in some myths the primordial deities were not adorned with human characteristics or personalities. Instead, they personified abstract concepts and natural phenomena, serving as the bedrock upon which the world was built. At the heart of this divine pantheon stood chaos, the first and primordial void from which all existence sprang forth. From chaos emerged Erebus, the embodiment of darkness, and Nyx, the personification of night. Together, they birthed Ether, the radiant light of the heavens, and Hemera, the illuminating light of day. Following closely behind were Gaia, the Earth Mother, and Uranus, the starry sky, who gave birth to the Titans and the Cyclopes, among other divine beings. Gaia, in her quest for revenge against Uranus, played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the cosmos, ultimately leading to the rise of the Olympian gods. Tartarus, the deepest abyss of the underworld, served as both a primordial deity and a prison for the Titans, a testament to the dual nature of the cosmos. Meanwhile, Eros, the god of love, and Nyx, the goddess of night, added depth and complexity to the divine tapestry, weaving together the threads of fate and desire. In essence, the primordial deities represent the foundation upon which the entire pantheon of Greek mythology is built. They are the primal forces that shape the cosmos, the timeless beings who existed before gods and men walked the earth. And though they may not be actively worshipped like their more anthropomorphic counterparts, their influence and power endure throughout the ages, reminding us of the vast and unfathomable mysteries of the universe. For deeper insights into these mythical races, click on the video to your left. And for more captivating mythology content, check out the video to your right. If you found this video enjoyable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads.